A lot I like about this. Right now, I have this at $422. That's astonishing. I have the Anker SOLIX at $429. And again, that's just astonishing. Super cheap. Go buy one of these right now. Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. So what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a comparison of the 1,000 watt hour power stations. It's October of 2025, and we're going into the holiday season. I know a lot of you are planning on the prime days of October, November, December, or Black Friday, or just a sale, and all of these units will be on sale. If you're going to buy one, the next 3 months, if you're watching this in October, is the time to buy it. But this is an overview. If you're just looking for an overview, this is going to be it. Here I'll hit the big pluses and minuses of each unit, talk about the prices, the specs, and then I will tell you which one I would buy, and then I'll give you reasons why you should buy each and every one of them. They're all good units. There are no bad units here. I'm going to say this one has a fatal flaw for me. It may not be a fatal flaw for you. This is a completely unbiased. I hope you can believe me on that. All I care about is you buying what's good for you. All the basic tests that you would perform have been performed on these, and I know they're all really good. They're all sound. You're not going to regret buying any of them, but one might be better for you. And basically, I'd buy on size and price because, you know, that's just about all that you care about. One word of explanation. This is the ECOFLOW Delta 3. This is not the Plus. If you know the ECOFLOW line, you know the Pluses, the most modern ones, are all silver. I bought the wrong one. I just bought the wrong one. I really regret it. I mean, this is a fine unit, but it's not nearly as good as the Plus. Why are you buying a 1,000 instead of a 2,000? That's the big question. And only you can answer that. They're cheaper. They're smaller and lighter. Maybe this will only be the one that fits. You don't draw much electricity. You don't use much electricity. This is all you need, so you're going to buy the cheapest, smallest, lightest unit you can buy. That's a reason to buy the 1,000. Okay, go over the numbers. Bluetti Elite 100 V2 has an 1,152 watt hour battery. That is the biggest one of them all by almost 100 watts. Not significant. That's not as significant. It's 10%. Is that going to matter to you? Probably not, but it could. The ECOFLOW is 1,024 for either size. The Jackery is 1,070, which is a pretty good size. The Anker SOLIX is 1,024. On inverter size, that can be important. I want to be able to run a microwave. They'll all run a microwave, but they might run a microwave and something else at the same time. So inverter, 1,800 watt inverter, 1,800 watt inverter, 1,500 watt inverter, 2,000 watt inverter. If a big inverter counts to you, the Anker has a big plus. Solar input. Here is where we really get the winners and losers. There's a huge difference in here. So let's talk about the Bluetti. It has a single XT60, and it will take 1,000 watts at 60 volt. All the statistics I'm going to give you are for the Delta 3 Plus. Delta 3 Plus is quieter. That's pretty significant if you're sleeping close to it. And it has 2 XT60s, allowing you to put in much more likely to get the whole 1,000 watts in. So to my mind, that's significant upgrades. They both have expansion batteries, and they're both great units, but those 2 unit things are really what counts. So while this has 1,000 on one XT60, this has 1,000 on 2 XT60s, each one taking 500. You also have redundancy. One fails, you still have one. It's probably also why it's a little bit bigger. You got an extra controller in there. The solar input on the Jackery is a hard 400. To me, this is the fatal flaw. They have a hard limit of 400 watts. They have 2 8mm inputs, and the 2 8mm inputs can be different watts, size, and volts, but they can never add up more than 400. You have to buy a cable. You either have to buy their 8mm solar panels, which is a huge mistake. Don't do that. You can buy as good a solar panel for a lot less money with MC4 connectors. Don't buy them. And then finally, the Anker SOLIX. I kind of really love this thing. This has 600 watts and only one XT60, but I think it's by far the smallest, and that's probably why it has a smaller MPPT controller in there. And so the trade-offs are size versus features. Now let's talk about the price, because that's one of the big things you're going to think about. Price. Right now, I have this at $422. That's astonishing. $422 is astonishing. I have the Anker SOLIX at $429. And again, That's just astonishing. Super cheap. It would be hard for me not to say, go buy one of these right now. Then the EcoFlow is it's $519 right now for the Delta 3, not Plus, what the one I have here, the black one. And then it's $699, $700 for the Delta 3 Plus. And right now, the Jackery 1000 is $429. So these three are within like $5 of each other. So any one of these for 420s is a fantastic buy, just a fantastic buy. And this one is still the most expensive at $699 for the Delta 3 Plus, but I'm sure it'll go on sale. Weight is a biggie, although again, it's all competitive all the way across. 25.2 pounds, 27 pounds, it's a couple pounds heavier. You're gonna ever notice that? I doubt it. The Jackery is 24 pounds, it's a pound lighter. Are you ever gonna notice that? I doubt it. This is 25 pounds. They're all in the ballpark of 25 to 27 pounds. Are you gonna notice the difference? Probably not. So weight really is not an issue. Big issue, handle. Love this handle. I love this handle over any of them. The handle is a big win for me. And then they make a big deal about how super fast they'll charge off of AC. So I think the fastest any of them will charge is 1800 watts. The Jackery will charge off of AC if you're plugged into an outlet at 1700 watts. And that's what most of them don't tell you. You charge at above 1500 watts, you're damaging your battery. If you do that every single time, you're going to definitely reduce the life of your battery. You're not going to get the 4,000 cycles because you will have damaged it. All the others are around 15, 16, 17, 18. They all call this fast charging, except the Jackery, which they call it emergency power, which I love. Bluetti limits you to 1200 watts. And I think that's good. Do you have to charge these things over 1200 watts? How have you backed yourself into a corner? As a nomad, I treat my battery like gold. And so the 1200 is a very good thing to my mind. Occasionally, yes, you can do it occasionally, and it's not going to do any long-term harm. What you do with all of them is set them on your app. They all have an app. The apps are all good, and you can go into the app and set that. You can set the maximum. One more thing to be aware of is what's called idle power. If this thing is plugged in, turned on, it's drawing power. Doesn't matter if there's anything else plugged in, if it's working, none of that matters. This is called idle power. Most of them are going to be between 12 and 18 watts. Now that sounds like you think, well, it's just 12 watts, so what? 12 watts times 10 hours is 120. 12 times 20 hours is 240. You're up at almost 300 watts per day that you've thrown away on your battery just by having it on. Now, if you're running a fridge, it's got to be on all the time. So I have one that's on all the time, and that's just the way it has to be. I have to make sure I have enough solar coming in to keep it charged or whatever. Which one do you buy? Now, I don't know. Again, I can't tell you which one you buy. The Anker, I love the size and the weight. It just seems so cute, and it does everything right. 600 watts of solar is limiting. The price is good. This is a great unit. If I bought this, I would be very pleased. It also has 3 USB-Cs. To my mind, that's a big plus. I think all the other have 2 and 2. This has 3 USB-Cs and 1 USB-A. This is a great unit. I highly recommend this. 400 watt limit. No go. I wouldn't buy this. I wouldn't own this. You gave it to me, I'd give it away. I want a unit that works for me and works really well. I don't want to fuss with 8mm adapters. I don't want to have to buy this special cable from Amazon that if I lose it, I can't charge with solar. I lose my 8mm plugs. No, thank you. I'm not buying this. The EcoFlow Delta 3 Plus, expandable battery. That may be a big deal to you. It has the 2 XT60s for 1000 watts. That's a really big deal. They're all quiet. The Delta 3, not Plus, is noisy. The reason not to buy it, only has 1 XT60. This is bigger. Why? Because it's expandable. So it's got a port that will let you connect another battery on it. So it has to be bigger because that's more stuff inside. It's got 2 MPPT controllers. It has to be a little bigger. I know there are people that love this. They say, this fits my life just perfectly and where it fits in my rig. This fits perfectly in your rig. this is a very good unit. It's going to be more expensive. It does more. It has more. If you want those things, it's worth the money. It's worth the size. It's worth the weight. And then finally, there's the Bluetti. The Bluetti doesn't do anything really well. It doesn't do anything badly. It's just a super solid unit. For me, it's strictly between the Bluetti and the Anker SOLIX. I really like that Anker SOLIX for its size. It only takes 600 watts of solar. This will take 1,000. That's probably the deciding factor for me. So I'm going to take and keep the Bluetti. I'll probably get rid of all the others because there's nothing wrong and everything is good. It's almost kind of so bland that it's great, almost. And again, I don't like, a lot I don't like about that. A lot I don't like about that. A lot I like about this. I really do like this. It's just cute. I mean, somehow this thing is cute. I don't know how, but it only takes 600 watts. And for me, that is enough of a negative that I would go with 1,000 watts on the Bluetti. That will let me expand into the future. What do you want? I've presented the pluses, the minuses, my choices. Now you make your choice. So if you got anything out of this video, if it helped you make a decision, if it saved you from buying the wrong thing and helped you buy the right thing, I will be very happy if that's true. That's the reason I do everything I do, is because I want you to make your very best decision so you can live your very best life on your budget, whatever your budget is, big or little. And if you got anything out of this video, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, tell other people about the channel, like and subscribe, tell you on your social media, tell other people about this channel, let them know that they have an alternative way in life that's probably better for them than what they're doing now. And I'll see you on the next video. Be well, my friends.